Hi there! Every year I'm painting hundreds and hundreds of faces like this, and today I'll be showing you some of the key watercolor techniques useful for portraits. Here we go. Okay, so before starting the painting, let's make sure to cover the areas I don't paint. So I cover my painting like that because I'm painting her. And brushes, I'll be using some of these round brushes. The first thing that I do is to paint the base tone for the face. I'll be using cadmium orange and cadmium red. I make a nice mixture of both colors, and let's make that kind of thin and watery like that. And then let's just go ahead and paint all areas except for the eyes. Just like that, switching the brush, and then just go a little finer around the eye. Okay, and I am using the cadmium red. Okay, and then drop it in the cheek, in the nose area, like that. Let it penetrate for a while. And then what I will be doing is to use a piece of tissue, wrap it around the finger like that, and then wipe just a little bit on the cheek areas. Let that dry first though. In the meantime, I guess I could be darkening the eye socket just a little bit like that. I'll be darkening these areas later, but might as well since there's a downtime. Okay, and then just a little bit, just like that. Okay, so the next step, I'll be painting the hair color, mainly just the base tone. Try not to go too dark. Give a nice fundamental base tone to the hair, and I'll be going darker later. Alright, so let's try making the eye socket and some of the shadow tones, the foam shadows, a little bit darker. Just like that. Making the ear a little bit darker also. Let it dry for a sec, and then I'll be going back for details. Okay, so let's paint the eyes. What I'm mixing now is black and burnt umber. Let's not make the eye color too dark in the beginning. I'm going darker later, but for now, let's just go ahead and make a nice dark brown, and then go over the eye line and also the iris. Now the eyebrow. Once again, not so dark. I'm mixing yellow ochre, brown, and also black. Just keep that light first. I can always go darker later. Just like that. The lower half of the lower lip is painted in, so the upper half of the lower lip is going to look like a highlight. Usually, in areas like ear, nose, I'll be using more red than usual. Artists like the old masters like Bouguereau, they have been using a lot of red in the nose, ear, and also fingers. So that will be a good thing to do. I'm also using red for the inner and outer corners of the eye. So let's go darker on the facial color, the foam shadows. Alright, so let's go back to the hair. What I'm doing is that I'm going back to back between the face and the hair because there always is a downtime. Right now I just painted the foam shadow of the face, but now that's drying. And in the meantime, I do not want to touch so much, especially when I get to the details. So for now, the hair now is dry, so I'm going over with more layers so I can give a nice texture to that hair. Okay, I'll come back to the hair later. Now, let's start going a little darker on the face shadow again. So right now, I do not have the neck and the shoulder, which is a-okay for now, because what I'm doing here is to make my painting the Olympic theme painting. So as you can see like a baseball or softball players, tennis player, swimmer. I have a nice indication of a neck here, but I am going to start drawing this as soon as I finish painting the face. Let's continue painting the face and just try going slowly.